Hello, good morning. Today it is July 2nd, Saturday, and I just got back from running out to grab some coffee. I filmed a little reel. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, you've already seen that by now. If you don't, follow me, definitely. I'm gonna sit down and have my coffee and my biscuit, but I wanted to spend, Callie wants to play apparently, so we all have different goals. I wanted to spend today really focusing on not only a monthly reset, but also a mid-year reset. It's officially halfway through 2022 and we've got 6 months left of this year. I want to sit down and really prioritize what my goals are for the next 6 months, what I've already achieved in the last 6 months, and just kind of get myself ready for what's to come. But first, coffee.
Wow, is that your baby? Oh my Atlanta.
So just to give you an overview of what my life has been like lately, this is like a lot and stressing me out. This is gross. I don't even begin to know what's going on here. That's a whole other story. And then this is my bedroom where my dog refuses to play with the toys I buy her, but instead just ends up eating the boxes that they came in. So there is a lot of cleaning to be done, and I think that's really where I'm gonna start. So honestly, I have found that my space gets really cluttered when I'm going through high stress times in my life, and it has been an extremely high stress time. As you know, I've been manifesting a move to New York. I will say I manifested a new job and I manifested a counter offer from my current job. So it has been a very overwhelming, probably like 2 weeks now, I would say, where I've just been not like present in my space. So that's why you see like all of this clutter and just so much stuff building up, because I am just so not present. I'm so like in my mind and like ruminating for the last 2 weeks. So now that a decision has finally been made and like things are done and I'm moving forward, I'm ready to have my space like prepared for that too.
If you know me at all, you know that I cannot do anything without having a favorite TV show playing in the background. So naturally, I set up my new TV List TV stand to play a little bit of Gossip Girl before getting started. My dishwasher was already full of clean dishes, so I got to emptying that before reloading it with some very much piled up dirty dishes over the days. When this load was running, I got started on hand washing, cleaning up the kitchen area, and wiping down any counter space. The kitchen is really bright and open, but it feels so cluttered so quickly, so I was excited to get that done. Then I started decluttering the living room, including dusting and wiping down counters, before moving into sweeping, vacuuming, and eventually mopping all of my hardwood floors. All of my glass surfaces were in desperate need for a touch-up, so I started with my coffee table and side tables, moved to windows, and then got started on picking up all of Callie's little cardboard crumbs, as I like to call them. After vacuuming, I shampooed the carpets, and holy crap.
All right, so this is after one round. It's pretty disgusting. I wish I had taken a picture of the absolutely massive hairball that came out of the machine, but I'm gonna dump this, and probably in about an hour or two, I will do another round. I've got a couple of stains that I am soaking right now, so I'll definitely wanna come back, and hopefully this will be a much lighter color after the second round.
Decluttering continued at my desk, which is also my bedside table, so it can feel really overwhelming when this particular space is messy, so I was happy to get it ultra clear. I then went through some of my clean clothes that have just been sitting in the hamper. I know we all do that, so started to reorganize those, get a dirty pile going, and prepare to put away all of the clean clothes from the previous week's wash. My bathroom was utterly horrific. There was literally no counter space for anything. So many hair supplies and makeup supplies laying out. So first things first, I decluttered, but then got to cleaning up surfaces, scrubbing things using Clorox wipes and bleach spray, got in my tub, which was needed, and vacuumed the space so the bathroom could just feel like a fresher sanctuary of sorts.
Round 2. Still pretty gross. Yikes.
I continued shampooing all of my surfaces, being absolutely horrified by what I was finding, and took out the trash before finally sitting down to get started on a little bit more of the annual mid-year reset than the monthly.
Okay, now that my apartment is absolutely gorgeous and glowing, that is Callie's little like stepper-upper thing. It goes at the end of the bed, but the floors are still a little wet. So I'll move it into here. But other than that, like everything is clean. Everything's been put away. I'm super happy. Just ready to get the month started on a more mentally sane and clean note. So now I'm going to sit down and write down all of my goals for the rest of the year. I want to write down all of my goals for 2022, the goals I've already made, the goals I maybe kind of like lost a little bit of track on, the goals I'm starting now. And then that way I can kind of go into July and the rest of the year with much clearer goals and strategies in order to accomplish those things. Now, as you know, I believe very much in not only having goals, but having tangible takeaways of how you're going to get to those goals. So my plan here is to write down goals, write down action items and steps and timelines of when I expect things to happen. And then that way I can really be held accountable and keep track of my progress.
So again, here I'm writing down every single goal that I had for 2022, whether I've already accomplished it or am halfway to accomplishing it or not. I wanted to really gauge what I've done so far in comparison to what my goals were and how much there still was to be done. Obviously, as you know, my goals have shifted this year as the year has gone on, so it was exciting to sit down and see kind of where I was versus where I am and where I want to be. Next, I turned those very broad resolution type statements like I want to meditate more into clear action items like I want to meditate after I take a shower every day, or I want to meditate 3 times a week. This really gives me more structure to a very broad goal so that I can start to schedule that goal into my daily routines.
Okay, I've got pasta boiling in the background if there's any like weird sounds or anything, but I sat down and wrote down a lot of the goals that I had made at my New Year's resolution timeframe and some changes. So when I started this year, I had no intention of moving to New York City. Obviously, that is the number one goal for this year now. So move to New York City, increase income to 6 figures, lose 40 pounds, pay off credit card debts, travel to Europe, get 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube. Subscribe, this is my plug. 5,000 followers on Instagram. Also follow me on Instagram. I want to become more fluent is like a stretch, but more conversational in French. I want to continue working on improving my skin and my hair. I want to read more, so I'm hoping to hit 10 books by the end of the year. I decided that in 6 months, 10 books feels reasonable. And I want to get back into meditating daily. So those are all fine and dandy, but if you don't have tangible, next steps of what to do and how you're going to do those things, then those goals will never become true. So then I wrote down kind of like a step-by-step guide. So for instance, like goal 2, lose weight. That would mean I need to work out between 3 and 5 times a week. I need to pre-plan my meals and prepare and cook more from home. Those are the main things I'm going to focus on. It's really just about increasing my movement and controlling the food that I'm eating by making sure I'm cooking for myself. For instance, the goal for getting more fluent in French, I want to carve out between 10 and 20 minutes for classes for like Duolingo apps per day, and listen to either one French podcast or watch one French movie every week. That way I can not only be taking the classes, but also be kind of like experiencing more French conversation in my more frequent life, which should hopefully help me pick up on a little bit more of that conversational piece. So I did that for my top 6 goals, which for me this year of that whole list are move to New York City, lose 20 more pounds. I've already lost 20 of the 40, so 20 more pounds. YouTube and Instagram growth, French language speaking, reading 10 or more books, and meditating daily. So that's my top 6 goals. And now what I'm gonna do with the goals listed out and the action items listed out is actually set up a calendar kind of schedule of what I'll be doing, when I'll be doing it, in the hopes that that really holds me accountable and there's less decision making I have to make every day, because I already know that that is how my day is going to go.
Using the framework that I explained of giving action items to every goal, I then was able to create structures and timelines for each of those action items. So watch one French movie a week turns into watch a French movie on Tuesday the 5th. Is that when Tuesday is? I don't even know. Every single action item then gets a date, and that way I can really be held accountable. It's not, oh shoot, when was I supposed to do that again? But rather, oh, today I need to have this done. Am I on track for that? Yes or no?
Okay, so now I've filled out my big calendar with all of the major dates and things that I need to have done. So for instance, if I want to read 10 books in the next 6 months, I need to finish a book about every 2.5 weeks or so, which means that on July 20th, I need to have my first book finished. If I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year, by July 31st, I need to have lost 4 to 5. If I want to have enough money to be able to move to New York, I need to work a certain number of shifts every week at the restaurant. So I've really set up this calendar to be extremely clear about when I'm going to drop a YouTube video, when I'm going to watch a French movie, when I'll listen to a French podcast, the days that I'm going to be at work, the days I'll post on Instagram. And this way I can really be held accountable. The next step is to dive into my daily planner and make sure that I do things in advance to be able to prepare for this. So for instance, if on Thursday the 7th, I want to drop a YouTube video about my manifestation update, I need to be prepared between the 3rd and the 6th to film the content, prepare the content, do any editing and get it ready for a drop on that Thursday. So it's really going to be about now backtracking from here's the plan. These are the dates I want to hit certain things. Now let's see what days I need to be doing the work in order to be able to do so.
Last but certainly not least, I then go through my daily planner to put specific daily items in order to hit those timelines. So if I want to finish my first book on July 20th, I need to read 40 pages on July 7th. If I want to lose 5 pounds by July 31st, I need to work out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Giving myself clear structure to hit those deadlines for the action items then make the goals so much more achievable. It's really about breaking down the goals into manageable bites.
All right, I hope you enjoyed this crazy productive day. It's 3:45 and unfortunately I have to head to the restaurant for a shift. But I'm glad I got so much done today. I feel really, really great about the progress that I've made. I have super clear, tangible takeaways for the things that I want to do and maintain for the coming month. I've even made a list of some of the chores I want to maintain and when I want to be doing them, how frequently I want to be doing them. I think it's really about planning things in advance and giving yourself as much preparation as possible to be able to go through the motions of the day without having to constantly make decisions. I know that I suffer a lot from decision fatigue, and I'm really excited to see how this monthly reset and mid-year reset can really help me to finish out the rest of 2022, making sure that all of my goals are met. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. I also would love to see you on my Instagram, so please follow me there. This is my Instagram handle at Hannah Faith Price. I really hope you enjoy this episode. Please let me know the content that you want to be seeing, and I am happy to adapt. Have a great week. Happy July, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.